going to be regarded as your what? As your haloalkanes, right? These are going to be your right? Haloalkanes, right? So this is haloalkanes, right? Now this is going to be haloalkanes, right? Or now, if you don't want to call this the family of haloalkanes, we call this your alkali halides. You see these names. This is alkali, right? Uh, what alkali halides, right? And now you are asking yourself in terms of how you see an alkane here. How is this related with an alkane? Now look, so basically now this is your alkanes that are bonded with your what? That are bonded with the halides. And what are the halides? This is basically the halogens, right? Now halogens, right? So which means these are basically going to be the elements that are found, I think, in the your group 7, right? Yes, your halogens are going to be the elements that are found in your group 7. These are found in your group 7. And some of the typical examples of these particular elements, it's going to be your fluorine. This is going to be your bromine, your iodine, and also your what? Now, these are going to be some of the few fluorine, your bromine, your iodine, your chlorine. I think that's the one that I'm leaving. Right. So basically, that is going to be that. Now that we understand that where this halo means, right? So the halo means hello, the haloalkanes, the halogens, right? Now, what else now can we do from here? Now we are going to move to what? Now to the functional group. Now, which means this was the what? The homo, which is the homologous series, like the homologous, right? This is the homologous series. Now, if let's say we move now to the what? The functional group. Functional group of this. Now, when it comes to the functional group of these, now we are saying the carbons, right? The carbon that is bonded with this, it is also bonded with an X. And what is these X significantly represent? These represent the halogens, right? These still represent your what? These still represent your halogens, which means it is the carbons now. It's all the carbons that can be bonded in here plus the halogens. And now the halogens, as we've said, these are going to be your fluorine, your bromine, your iodine, and also what? Your chlorine. Okay. So now that is basically going to be the functional group of your haloalkanes, right? So now that is going to be that one which we are going to be determining here. Now, if let's say I give you now an example and say now, I want you to find out what is going to be basically your let's say I give you now and say chloroalkanes, right? Chloroalkanes. Now, before that, already you are seeing something you are not sure of. This chloro, now we are saying because this is bonded with the halogens, now there is going to be the prefix name now that we use to determine or to symbolize that this particular thing, it is bonded with your haloalkanes. For example, now for fluorine, this is going to be the suffix, or rather the prefix is going to be regarded as fluoro something. The bromine, it's going to be bromo, right? The iodine, it's that one is going to be the io, I think. Then now your fluorine, it's fluoro, it's bromo. Then your chlorine, it's chloro. It's okay. Now, basically, that is going to be the prefix that we are going to find within these. And then now, the suffix. Now, the suffix that we are finding in here, it is coming from these 3 families of ours that we discussed before. You can see that this is ANE, right? Which means now this is coming from the family of alkanes, right? So which means as it's coming from the family of alkanes, now what is it that is going to happen? Now this is going to have what? A single bond. So basically this is going to be your C, which is going to be singly bonded, right? And this is going to be your C. Now we are saying now, for example, now if we can now look at let's say we get our example and we say now within this particular example of ours, we're saying we want you to find out what is a chloroethane. Yes, chloroethane. Now your chloroethane basically is going to be regarded as what? It's chloro, which means this is going to be the chlorine. The ethane, which means this is going to be what? Basically from the family of alkanes. Now, right? And now, which means now this is going to be same as what? This is going to be the two bonds, or rather the two carbons with the single bond in between. Then this is going to be this one, this one, this one, right? And then where are we then going to bond this? Now we can bond this here, the chloro, which represent the chlorine. And now we are going to have what? The H, the H, the H, and also the H. Are we together? Now that is going to be the significance of what? Of our organic chemistry that we are going to find, or rather what that we are going to find in here, right? Now, and we've spent much time in here. Let's try now and see in terms of what is it that we have left out. Now, this basically consists of the general formula, which is your Cn, which is H, which is going to be H2n plus 1, right? And now basically that is going to be that, and the X. Now the X represent what? We've discussed that the X basically represent your halogens, right? Your halogen. Altogether. Now basically that is going to be what our haloalkanes hold for us so far.